Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I'm trying to remember what happened last time I played. It's been a couple days. We wandered around and did some stuff. I believe we did a intriguing quest regarding potential members of Salvation, where we had to follow some soldier around. I did a bunch of side questing and stuff too. I do remember some of that. But a fairly important side quest where we tailed some guy and followed him around, and then he bought something unusual off of our friend Madeline here. Anyway, regardless of how all that went down and what else we might have done, the important thing is that Madeline has opened up a shop here. And it's more or less permanent, so we can talk to her and we can buy some stuff from her. She has some very interesting, a lot of like mage-related things, and so she had some better weapons, some like a fiery set of daggers that I have purchased and equipped for myself. Thunderclap, which is a better mage's staff, which I also have for, I had for Lucy. Lucy is temporarily an archmage, or a sorcerer. And actually I think I can switch her back. Direwolf bow, a much better bow for myself since I'm still being a strider for the time being. A bunch of like armor and equipment and stuff like that. So I bought a lot of good stuff, really good stuff, and I upgraded a fair bit of it for Lucy here as a mage. So she has some much better equipment, and that'll help us out quite a bit. Yeah, so that's kind of the important thing. I am going to continue with the story quest. However, first, there's a side quest that we picked up from Fornival, who's a very rich person here in town. He owns some land. He wants to sell the land, but he needs to evict the tenants, and they're kind of refusing to move out. So he has a handful of tenants, Jasper, Sarah, and Pip, and we need to talk to them and convince them to leave their home. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that quest a little bit, just because why not? Although I'm thinking I probably need to sell some stuff. You need to have a... Come on, load. There we go. You have to have a certain amount of money before you can actually complete this quest. Also, I don't know how often, like when the last time was that I went through and sold a bunch of my inventory. I do have some rotten fish and some rotten berries and stuff, so that's typically not a good sign. It means I've kind of been neglecting my inventory to some extent. Rank fish, moldy pumpkin. I need to have $30,000. I don't know if I have any rotten or sour things. Yeah, it looks like that's about all I can sell for now. We'll have to earn a bit more money later. I'm not super concerned about it right now. We'll at least get the quest completed up to that point. There are some places where you can check, like up here on the fountain. There's usually some money that you can pick up. Or rocks. Yeah, there's like an extra $1,000, $2,000 now. Yeah, so that's not bad. Here is one person. These people, I have this selected as the active quest, so the important people are going to be marked on the minimap, and they're going to have red bubbles above their heads.
Fornival would have us quit his land? Oh, fie, but this is sudden. Had he even a whit of the Maker's decency, he'd give fair warning afore such a request. I beg of you, sir, grant me a little time to consider what you say. I would strive to have an answer for you shortly.
Given leave to travel
Okay, so her answer is come back later. Here's the next person.
Yes.
This is a fairly simple quest, by the way.
Aye, we pay tariff on Fornival's land. Oh, wants us gone, does he? I wager it's not so simple a proposition as all that. I know Fornival's the law on his side, but I'm loath to simply up and go at his command. It's a hard decision, sir, and not one I'd make alone. I've a wife and son. They should get word of this afore all else. They're off about the town, though where I don't know. Perhaps you could find them and explain the matter? I would hear their thoughts ere I make any decision. No doubt you will feel...
So his answer is talk to my wife and son before I'll commit to anything. So that's two of them for now. We will have to come back... Oops, I don't want to go up there. We'll have to come back and talk to Sarah later and get her decision before we can get Jasper's decision. So the only person left is the son, and I believe we can find him There's only 2 markers on the minimap. That concerns me a little bit. Ah, there he is.
What? Our landlord would drive us from our home? Forget it. I won't go. I don't care how wealthy he is. He can't simply toss us out. I'll never leave. Ever. Not in 1,000 years.
And he's going to run off, and now we got to chase him down. I don't know that I've talked too much about this quest. There are actually a couple of options. We do have a few alternatives, right? We can convince them to leave, or we can talk to Fornival and convince him to let them keep the land. Talking to Fornival, he will let them keep the land if we basically pay what he was going to make for selling it off. Skeleton key there, that's very handy. That chest, I believe that chest back there always has a skeleton key, and it respawns once every couple of days. Yeah, so if we let Fornival... So, 2 things, you know, kind of the quote-unquote good, like in the binary moral decision setup that most video games have these days. There's kind of the noble and honorable thing to do, which is buy the land so that the people can stay there and they don't lose their homes, or we can drive them away so that the greedy landlord can sell it and make some extra money. It will cost us a tremendous amount of money, like 80,000 gold or something, to buy the land so that they can live on it. Whereas if we do it the other way, we will actually make it a bit of money if we do convince them all to leave. I'm going to go ahead and do that. There are some minor repercussions from evicting the family. Like, it can help in one of the later quests. But if you do it a certain way, like it's another quest where there's going to be a couple of different options. And I'm not planning on taking that route later, so...
Feed for livestock, no doubt.
It was around here. Let's see. Yeah, see, he's up on the rooftop there, so we need to find a way to get up there. And I think... As a rogue, I can double jump now. That's a core skill that I acquired recently. So, makes this sort of thing much easier for me. Yeah, I'll talk a bit more about the repercussion, but then, I mean, beyond one minor impact in another quest way later in the game, there's no real difference between completing this quest one way or the other.
No, my mind is made up. Now stop chasing me. Just leave me be.
And he's going to run off again.
Let's speak with him again.
My idiot pawns are probably going to, like, jump off the rooftop. They like to do that and get themselves injured from time to time. I'm not sure how many more times we need to chase him. I think this might be the last one. I'm not positive, though. Yep, and then from that point, we're going to continue on with the story missions. We have done one of the story missions already. We had a stone tablet that they thought might be important, and it led us to an invisible man called the Dragon Forged. Are you down here? Are you down further? You might be down further. Ah, nope, he's right there. He just hasn't loaded yet. Okay, so now we need to, like, tackle him and grab him. It's not as creepy as it sounds. There we go.
You don't give up, do you? And I was taught that Arisen were friends of the weak. What does it matter? Even I can, and any who cross Fordham will find work hard to come by. And Father isn't like to stand against one so powerful. What choice do we have? Well, so be it. I dare say I won't miss that pigsty of a home besides. Now, if there's nothing else, pray leave me be.
Now we need only convince Sarah.
Cool. So that's another one down, and I believe Sarah, we have to, like, wait a day or two before we can talk to her. Also, no new quests. Yeah, so story missions. We have 4 of them right now. 4 quests for the worm hunt.
Who
Yeah, that's Jasper, so we have to wait till we can talk to Sarah. So we're going to abandon this for now. Whoops. And actually, I do need to go this way. Before them for now, we did one that led us to a man called the Dragon Forged up in the mountains north. We have 3 others. We have one to assist a research party, which is what we're actually going to do next, to protect them and whatnot. And then we have a quest to go drive off a goblin invasion in a fort. And then we need to investigate a cult. So those are our current available missions, like our story missions. I have a bunch of side quests and things also that we can keep doing. So for this story mission, I'm probably going to go ahead and mark it up as my active quest here soonish. But we need to come here and talk to this guy. He's in charge of the expedition.
Met, good arisen.
Father
It is a
Geoffrey,
heartening
the
boon to
priest.
have your assistance in our endeavors. I will not keep you long, for the survey party has already set out from They walk south to the ruins of the falls, near the encampment. I know not what dangers await there, but I will rest easily knowing you accompany them. Pray fly now to their side and keep watch over them. Make her speed your steps, sir.
I feel more familiar with
I've
this
learned
quest
what to
now.
do in this quest.
They're pretty far away. I don't know which route is fastest to get there. It seems kind of 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. They're in a... I can just pull it up on my map real quick. Watergod's altar. Whoops. They're in a cave exploring an area here, which is near the Way Castle where we met up with Mercedes to do the Hydra Head quest. So this is the mountain pass here where there's all the harpies and goblins and wolves and whatnot. And this is the encampment where we actually fought the Hydra earlier, and then this is Casardis, the town where we started. So you can see there's a port crystal there at Casardis, and we're here in Grand Soren, so we could start from either of these 2 locations fairly easily, and it's pretty much right in the middle. I don't think it particularly matters which way we go.
Follow me, Arisen.
I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah, I'm going to use my fairy stone. And we're going to start from down here at Casardis. Cool. So this is going to be a new area that we have not visited yet. I believe I might have pointed out the area in one of my side mission videos, my little side quest videos. I'm not entirely positive. Also, if we see any rabbits, I would like to hunt them, because we do need to kill like 45 of them, which is a pretty ridiculous number. Looks like there's a goblin up there too. There we go. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to really hunt for all these rabbits, but if there are some obvious ones, it doesn't hurt to take them out. So we do need 45 rabbits, and I think that puts us at like 20 or 21 or something that I just killed there. So we're only about halfway done with that quest. We still need at least 20 more 20 more rabbits. So that quest is going to be taking us a little while. I'll probably wrap it up in another set of side quest videos. So pretty quick, pretty straightforward. This is, and I'm using up all my stamina. Here's the encampment. Silencer arrows, nice. I don't actually need to go into the encampment, so we're just going to keep going up this way. We got to get up to the Way Castle, the place that kind of starts the mountain pass area. So up here, hopefully not too many fights. It looks like we're doing fine so far, not getting too many encounters. Off that direction there,
The road splits
to the
now.
left,
Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to our destination.
that is where we go to get to the, oh, bandits. That's where we have to go to head towards Bloodwater Beach, which is where we did another, one of our side quests. We had an escort quest to take a guy to Bloodwater Beach. We'll be visiting that area a lot more later. Don't worry about that. Oops, that was a guard that I just beat the crap out of. Oh well. Oh, there's one more.
That looks promising. What's that?
Cool. Quest completed. And again, you're probably going to hear me say this every time we run into one of those, but that was a little side story mission, like a little random encounter, I guess I'm going to be calling them. That counted as a little quest. There's not always bandits here harassing people, but, you know, occasionally there are, and you get some extra money and extra experience beyond what you get just for killing them, because it counts as like a quest. And those are always nice. They're fun. I like it. It kind of mixes things up a little bit. You never know exactly what's going to happen as you're traveling through the world. Here's some wolves. These wolves are going to be really, really easy. Not even dire wolves, which we are able to take on also with great ease. These are just kind of the garden variety wolf. They are very weak to fire. I'm going to go ahead and just take out a bunch of these wolves because it's very simple. And we can get some more sour scrags of feast. I don't have any good stamina, or I don't have much in the way of stamina recovery items in my inventory. And I have a hunch I'm going to be wanting some in the next area that we're going to.
You'll ne'er hit them swinging blindly.
Also, these fangs and things can be sold and give us a little bit of extra money as well. Apple. I always like apples. Let's see. If we run up here, the Way Castle's going to be up here. And we are very, very close to our destination. Now I just got to remember how to... Oh, and I'm out of stamina, of course. I need to remember how to actually get to this cave. We're going to go explore these ruins. Sounds like our pawns kind of know what's going on, though. They're going to help us out. Cool. So, here we are. There's a waterfall right there, and that's the direction that we're headed. Hop down. I can't hop down. I don't really want to. There's going to be a bunch of goblins and stuff here. I think maybe we can encounter a cyclops or something.
A goblin!
I'm not 100% positive. Alright. It looks like we kind of took a wrong path. We're taking the long route here, and we can get down without hurting ourselves. I'm going to use a stamina recovery item. Yeah, mushrooms. I don't have a ton. That's okay.
I'm desperately low of stamina. Extra care on these narrow paths.
Cool. Goblin horns. Just goblins, nothing special. Not even hobgoblins. These are just the regular, boring, weak goblins we've been fighting this whole game. So, very, very easy to deal with. Now, I believe we head all the way down here to the right. We could head up there and fight some more goblins, and I think maybe there's a cyclops back there or something. That might not be until later in the game. I really don't remember. But my pawns, they know where the way is, so they're kind of running up ahead to show me, like, hey, you need to go over here. Which can be kind of cool if you don't really know the areas, if you don't really know where you're headed. I am going to stop and mine some ores, because if I get like some silver ore and whatnot, those sell for quite a bit. Copper ore, also good. We can use it to upgrade some equipment. And I think...
Quite the cascade. I'd not like to attempt that, and we've arrived.
Yep. And we just head over here. And we keep going up. There we go. That's the person that we were here to meet. The Man-Swallowing Falls. That's an intimidating name.
Oh, Maker be good. Are you the Arisen, sir? I am of the party sent to survey the ruins. I've seen no sign of Brother Jean. He had gone on ahead. I dearly wish I could run to his aid, but as you've seen, I am the Faith's greatest craven. I beseech you, sir, find Jean within and see him safe.
I've gained quest knowledge.
Alright. And in we go. It's behind the waterfall, which means that we get all wet. So, it would put out any lanterns that we were holding or anything like that. And we are now inside the cool, awesome, amazing waterfall cave. The Watergod's Altar is the name of this place. Gonna Go and kill some of these bats.
If you feel a foe, there is no
There, awesome. I was just about to comment on how I thought we were maybe approaching our bat hunting quest. Looks like we completed that, so that's a good sign. And then a bunch of mushrooms, because mushrooms grow in caves. Everybody knows that. So that's nice. I don't remember which way to go. Ah, there's a snake. We do have the quest to kill a bunch of snakes now, also. Not a big deal, just something to kind of keep in the back of our mind here.
If you feel a foe is beyond our means, there is no shame.
Let's see. I'm going to go down here first because I feel like this is a... it's a drop.
I feel familiar with this area now.
Be sure we carry an ample store of
Okay.
oil to keep.
Well, I was going to say I thought that was a dead end, and it was. We could actually drop down there. I don't want to drop down there. We're going to go all around the long way. We're going to explore. Some more rats. Also a pretty common enemy to run into in caves. And here we go. And this place is a bit maze-like. This is our first real dungeon that we've explored in this game, I believe.
Am I alone?
I feel this.
And skeletons. So, you can see the daggers that I have right there are permanently enchanted with fire. They're just permanently going to be fire weapons, which is pretty exciting. It's pretty useful to always have an enchantment and not have to rely on the AI or myself to always cast enchantments before battle. Oops, scrap iron, want that. Here's some herbs, some fun plants. We do need, I think I need some of those to upgrade somebody's armor or something. I don't know. Green wash, that's nice. Recovery items are always good. Let's see what we got over here. So there's a door.
We'll get nowhere till we
It's closed. We can't open it, but there's a hollow in it, something that where we can stick an item, presumably. So, welcome to Dungeon Puzzles 101. We gotta find an item that we can use to open the door.
Be some device to activate the lift.
There's water. There's like a bridge, but it's been raised up. There's a slot here where we could put a lever. So we've got a bit of an item hunt on our hands now. We gotta find those items. And I forget exactly where they all are. Also, we're gonna be running into some enemies here, as you might expect. And no, I don't mean those bats. Ah, it's our good friends, the Saurians. Luckily, we've been fighting these already a little bit. I fought them in the side quests videos, so I don't know that I've actually talked about them in these main videos here. I'm going to go talk about them a little bit. They're giant lizards. That's fairly obvious. They have spears, you know, you can see that. They are poisonous. They can spit poison, I believe, as an attack. They're pretty quick. Like, they're deceptively fast for their size. All the items that they drop are very, very heavy. You may have noticed I chopped one of their tails off, and I'll chop this guy's tail off here, I think, as well. They take, I believe, they take extra damage once their tail is chopped off. Yeah, so there I chopped his tail off. Oh, and we got a cutscene there. Oh, a bunch more of them are coming to attack. That's fun. When you chop off the tail is an item. So, like, here you can see the tail is, and then, yeah, it just turned into an item. You can get Saurian scales or the Saurian tail item. The Saurian tail is a chunk of meat, so you can consume it to recover your stamina, just like you could consume beast's egg or some other things. It's also very, very heavy. I think chopping off the tail might also prevent them from using their poison attack or something. I'm not certain. And there's a point where when you get strong enough, you don't really need to worry about like specifically targeting the tail. When you're, you know, low levels early on in the game, you do want to target the tail on these guys if you can. But I'm at the point now where I don't particularly need to worry about that, because my attacks kind of hit in a large area, or I'm dashing around high mobility. I end up hitting their tails and chopping them off more often than not anyway. And I'm going to give these to Milu. Milu seems to be going through his stamina pretty quickly. I don't really care about the weight of my pawns. I just want to keep my own weight as low as possible. And I'm going to be picking up a lot of items because the AI doesn't really like doing that. What do we have in here? Quill. Enlistment Corps banner. These are heavy. I'm just going to get rid of as much of this stuff as I can right now. Looks like the skeleton key is fairly heavy as well. Gonna give those to Lucy. Let's see. That's pretty much all equipment-wise. I'm just going to toss the rotten egg. There's no reason to hold on to that. And I'll give the fish to Milu as well. On large mushrooms, he can have those for stamina recovery. Okay, so that puts me at light, and that's good, and I'm going to be picking up a bunch more items anyway. Also, I want to see, was there anything over here? Yes. Copper ore, of course. Yeah, and already back up to average. Oh well, not a big deal. This will give me a while before I need to worry about my inventory again, hopefully. And Magnus is poisoned. I don't really care if my pawns die. It's not that big of a deal. So it looks like the Saurians were guarding some interesting stuff. That was a whole bunch of gold. Bronze gauntlets, that would be some extra armor. There's the lever that we were after. That's a very good thing to pick up, considering, you know, kind of needed it to progress. And then I almost missed the third chest. Giant coin pouch. So yeah, the game is giving us a fair amount of money right here, which I'm okay with. I go through money pretty gosh darn quickly in this game. Alright, so that is this side explored. I believe there were stairs down over on the other side here. And I don't know that there was anything... Okay, so that area looks flooded, so we can't actually go down there.
If the water were gone, we might pass.
Yes, thank you, Magnus. So there, we're going to go ahead and put the lever in. We don't really have any other directions we can go, not anything else that we can explore, so... Going to lower that bridge, and now we can travel across into the next area. Yeah, so I'm actually going to end the video here, and next time we're going to continue exploring the Watergod's Altar, our first real dungeon. So thank you for joining me, everybody, and I hope to see you next time.
Debilitated!